Hi there, my name is Sultana Muzikir of sultanamuzikir.com. I'm a handmade designer and maker, and I love everything handmade. In this video, I thought it would be nice and fun to crochet a project together. But before we get started, welcome to my channel. If you don't already, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and ring that bell so you can be notified when I upload new videos. So in today's video, I thought it'd be nice if we would crochet our granny square gift pouch together. And these are some of the supplies that you need in order to make this gift pouch. I am using size 4 medium weight acrylic yarn. I'm using red, pink, and a rand color, which is like a off-white color. I'm also using a size I9 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, a size J10 6 millimeter crochet hook, a pair of scissors, a yarn needle, a stitch marker, a collapsible eye needle, and one button. So we're going to start out making the granny square. We're going to use the I9 crochet hook, and we're going to start with the Oran color yarn, and we'll make our slip knot, and we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to join this last stitch to the first one with the slip stitch and make a circle. I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and that chain 3 will count as the first double crochet. We're going to make 11 more double crochets into this circle here. So that's 1. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to mark the chain 3 with the stitch marker, so we know when we get around that's the first double crochet. So we make 11 more. That's 1, 2. I'm going to take this tail, I'm going to crochet over this tail also. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we'll have a stitch marker here, the first one, that makes 12, and we're going to join this last double crochet to the first double crochet, and always count your stitches. Make sure you have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to take my stitch marker out, and and join last double crochet to the first with a slip stitch, and that is the end of round 1. I'm going to pull on the tail here to close up the circle and cut off my yarn, fasten off. Now for round 2, I'm going to join the red yarn with a slip stitch into any chain 1. So we'll start here, into any chain rather, into any stitch. Join with a slip stitch. Now we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. This chain 3 counts as a double crochet. We're going to make one more double crochet into the same stitch. We're going to make a chain 1 and then 2 double crochets in the next stitch here. 1, 2, chain 1, 2 double crochets into the next stitch. 1, 2, chain 1, and we're going to make 2 double crochets, chain 1 in each stitch going around. 1, 2, chain 1, and I'll meet you when you get around to making all of your stitches, and we'll go from there. Okay, so now that I have put 2 double crochets and chain 1 in each stitch going around, I'm going to join this last double crochet to the first double crochet, but before we do that, we're going to make sure we have 24 double crochets. So let's count: 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. And join the last double crochet to the first one with a slip stitch. And that is the end of round 2. And I'm going to cut my yarn and fasten off. Now for round 3, we're going to join the pink yarn, and we're going to join the pink yarn into any chain 1 space. So I'm going to join it in this chain 1 space here with a slip stitch. We're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Counts as a double crochet, and make 2 more double crochets into the same space. 1, 2, and chain 1. Next space, chain 1 space, we're going to make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, chain 1. And what we're going to do, we're going to make 3 double crochets in each chain 1 space around the circle and chain 1. So 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and I'm going to make my 3 double crochets, chain 1 into each chain 1 space around the circle, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so I've made my 3 double crochets in each chain 1 space and a chain 1 all the way around, and after you make the last 3 double crochets, chain 1, you're going to join that last chain 1 into the first double crochet here with a slip stitch. And I'm going to cut my yarn and fasten off. And that is the end of round 4. I mean round 3, excuse me, round 3. Now we're going to round 4. We're going to join the red yarn again, and this is where we're going to start making the corner for our granny square. So I'm going to join the red yarn into any chain 1 space, so I'm going to join it here with a slip stitch. Okay, now I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and this chain 3 is going to count as my first treble stitch, and we're going to make 2 more treble stitches into this same space. So to make the treble stitch, you're going to yarn over twice, insert your hook into the same space, yarn over, pull up a stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 stitches, yarn over, pull through the next 2 stitches, and yarn over, pull through the last 3 stitches. Now you have 2 treble stitches. We're going to make 1 more, yarn over twice, 1, 2, insert your hook into the same space, yarn over, pull up a stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops, and you have 3 treble crochets. Now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to make 3 more treble stitches into that same space. So yarn over twice, insert your hook to that same space, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the last loops. Another treble, yarn over twice, insert your hook into the space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops, and 1 more, yarn over twice, insert your hook into the same space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. And now you have your corner, the first corner made. Now what you're going to do for the side, we're going to chain 1, and we're going to make 3 double crochets into the next chain 1 space. 1, 2, 3, chain 1. Do the same thing in the next space. 3 double crochets, chain 1. 1, 2, 3, chain 1. That's your first side. And now we're going to make a corner, another corner here. So I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook into, yarn over twice rather, because we're going to have to make 3 treble stitches, 2 chains, chain 3. Okay, 3 treble stitches, chain 3, 3 treble stitches, yarn over twice, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the last 3 loops, yarn over twice, insert your hook into the same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops, and one more, yarn over twice, insert your hook into the same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops on your hook. And I said chain 3, but I meant to say chain 2. 1, 2. And we're going to make 3 more trebles here in the same space. 1, 2, 3. And the second corner made. Now for the side, I'm going to chain 1, make 3 double crochets and chain 1 in the next space. 1, 2, 3, chain 1. Same thing in the next space. 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, chain 1. There's the second side. And now we're going to make another corner here. So that's 3 trebles, chain 2, 3 trebles. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, 3, your third corner made, and turn your work to the side, and we're going to make another side. So let's chain 1. In the next chain 1 space, we're going to make 3 double crochets, chain 1. 1, 2, 3, chain 1. Next space, same thing, 3 double crochets, chain 1. 1, 2, 3, chain 1. And next we're going to make the last corner in the next stitch. So it's 3 treble stitches, chain 2, 3 treble stitches in this next space, chain 1 space. So yarn over twice and start your trebles. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 3 more trebles, the same space, yarn over twice. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So now we have 3 trebles, chain 2, 3 trebles for the last corner. And for the last side, we're going to chain 1, the next chain 1 space, make 3 double crochets, chain 1, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, next space, 3 double crochets, chain 1, and I'm going to crochet over this tail. 1, 2, 3, chain 1. Now I'm going to join this last chain 1 to the first double crochet, top of the first double crochet here with a slip stitch. And I'm going to cut my yarn and fasten off. And that is the end of round 4. Now we need to make our granny square a little larger in order to make the pouch, the gift pouch. So for round 5, we're going to join the Aran yarn again. And basically, we're going to do the same thing we did for round 4. We're going to join the Aran yarn into any corner, because we're going to start making the corner first with a slip stitch. So I'll join this yarn here in the corner, and I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and that's going to count as my first treble. And we're going to make 2 more trebles into this space. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we have 3 trebles, and I'm going to chain 2, 1, 2, and 3 more trebles in the same corner space. So we have our first corner made, 3 trebles, chain 2, 3 trebles. So now we're going to go down the side, and what we're going to do down the side, we're going to make 3 double crochets and chain 1 in each chain 1 space. 1, 2, before we do that, let me go back after we have the 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, we're going to chain 1 and then make the 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, chain 1. Next space, same thing. 1, 2, 3, chain 1. Next space, chain 1 space, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, chain 1. Now we're at the corner, so we do the same thing at the corner. 3 trebles, chain 2, 3 trebles. So we have our 3 trebles here, and chain 2 and 3 trebles. Same space to make that corner. Okay, so now we have our corner, chain 1, and we're going to go down the side again, chain 1 space. We're going to make 3 double crochets, chain 1, and each chain 1 space down the side. 1, 2, 3, chain 1. Okay, now we're at the corner again, and we're going to make another corner. So yarn over twice, insert your hook into that chain 2 space in the corner, and make it 1 treble, 2 trebles, 3 trebles, chain 2, and in the same space 3 more trebles. Chain 1. I'm going to go down the side again, 3 double crochets, chain 1, down in each chain 1 space until you get to the corner, and I'll meet you when you get to the corner. Okay, now we're at the corner, and we're going to make 3 treble stitches, chain 2, 3 treble stitches into this next chain 2 space. So yarn over twice and make 3 trebles. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, the same space, 3 more treble stitches. 1, 2, 3, chain 1. Now we're going to make double crochets, chain 1 in each space, chain 1 space, going down this last side, and I will meet you at the end of that row. Okay, so now we're at the end of the row, and we're going to join this last stitch to the first top of the first treble stitch here, the slip stitch, and I'm going to cut my yarn off and fasten off. And we're going to go to the next round, round 6. We're going to use the pink yarn again, and I'm going to join the pink yarn into a corner, chain 2 space with a slip stitch. And we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, count your first treble, and we're going to make 2 more trebles into that corner space. We're making another corner. That's 2, 3. We have 3 trebles, chain 2, and 3 more trebles in the same space. 1, 2, 3. Chain 1. We have our corner, and we're going to make 3 double crochets. Chain 1 down the side until you get to the next corner, and I will meet you at the next corner. Okay, so now we're at the next corner, and we're going to make 3 treble stitches, chain 2, 3 treble stitches in this next corner stitch here to make another corner. So chain over, not chain over, but yarn over twice, and make your first treble to that stitch, and make 2 more treble stitches, chain 2, and make 3 more treble stitches into the same space. 1, 2, 3. Chain 1. And now we're going to go down the side again, the next space, and each chain 1 space going down the side, 3 double crochets, chain 1. I'll meet you at the next corner. Okay, so now we're at the corner again. We're going to make another corner with the pink yarn. 3 trebles, chain 2, 3 trebles into the next corner, chain 2 space. So yarn over twice, and we're going to make 3 trebles. 1, 2, 3. Chain 2, and 3 more trebles into the same space. 1, 2, 3, and chain 1. We have the next corner, and we're going to go down this next side, each chain 1 space, make 3 double crochets, chain 1, and each chain 1 space across to the next corner, and I'll meet you at the next corner. Okay, now we're at the last corner. We're going to make 3 trebles, chain 2, 3 trebles into this next corner, chain 2 space. One, two, 3, chain 2, 3 more trebles in the same space. 1, 2, 3, and chain 1. Now we have one more side to go. 3 double crochets, chain 1 into each chain 1 space across to this first corner, and I'll meet you here. Okay, so now we're at the first corner. We're going to take that last stitch and connect it to the first treble stitch with a slip stitch. And I'm going to cut my yarn, fasten off, and that is the end of round 6. Now for round 7, we are going to come back to the red yarn, and this is going to be the last round where we're going to make the granny square. So I'm going to start here in this chain 2 space in the corner and join the red with the slip stitch. And we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. That's your first treble. Make 2 more treble stitches. Chain 2 and make 3 more treble stitches into the same space. 1, 2, 3. You have your corner made. Chain 1, and we're going to go down the side again, 3 double crochets in each chain 1 space across to the next corner, and I'll meet you at the corner. Okay, so now we're at the corner, and we're going to make another corner with the red yarn. 3 trebles, chain 2, 3 trebles into this next treble, chain 2 space. So it's 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and 3 more trebles into the same space. 1, 2, 3, chain 1. And there's your next corner. And now we're going to go down the side again, 3 double crochets, chain 1 across in each chain 1 space until you get to the next corner, and I'll meet you at the corner. Okay, so here we are at the next corner, chain 1 after that last 3 double crochets, and we'll make 3 trebles, 2 chains, 3 trebles into the next corner here. One, two, three, chain 2, and 3 more trebles. One, two, three, chain 1. And here we are, the next side, 3 double crochets, chain 1 in each chain 1 space until you get to the next corner, and I'll meet you at the corner. Okay, so now we're at the last corner here, and we're going to make the last corner 3 trebles, chain 2, 3 trebles into this space. One, two, three, chain 2, three more trebles in the same space. One, two, three, chain 1, and the last side here we're going to make 3 double crochets, chain 1 across in each chain 1 space until you get to this first corner here, and I'll meet you here at the first corner. Okay, so now we're at the first corner, and we're going to slip stitch into the top of the first treble here at the corner to join it. And this time we're not going to cut the yarn. For the next, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a single crochet around the entire square. So I'm going to chain 1, and in the same stitch I'm going to make a single crochet, and I'm going to mark this single crochet with the stitch mark so we'll know where the first stitch is when we come back around, and just going to make a single crochet into every stitch around this square. And when you get to the corner, you're going to make 2 single crochets in the chain 2 space and 1 single crochet into the chain 1 space. So make single crochets in every stitch. At the corner I'm going to make 2 single crochets to that chain 2 space, and I'm going to turn my square, and I'm going to make a single crochet in the top of each treble stitch here, and when I get to the chain 1 space, I'm going to make 1 single crochet in the chain 1 space and make single crochets across each double crochet here top. And when you get to the space, just make 1 single crochet in the space. So I'm going to make the single crochets all the way around the square, and will meet you at the end to show you what we're going to do next. Okay, so I'm almost at the first single crochet where I marked with the stitch marker, and I'm going to join this last single crochet to the first single crochet with a slip stitch. And I am going to cut my yarn this time and fasten off. Now next we're going to make our pouch, but we need to weave in the ends. So I'm going to weave in the ends, and when I come back I'll show you how we're going to form the pouch. Okay, so I have all my ends weaved in, and what we're going to do, I'm going to turn square over. This is the wrong side, and I'm going to turn the square so it's shaped like a diamond shape, and I'm going to bring this point up here, and basically we're making an envelope. So I'm going to bring the two sides together like this to sew the sides down. So in order to, I'm going to try to match it up as best I can, and I'm going to use these clips to hold the side in place that I'm not working on here. And if you don't have any clips, I guess you could use, if you have paper clips or straight pins, you could use that too to hold the sides together. And while you're sewing, I'm going to put a clip here, actually up here, and clip here, and I'm going to start on this side. I'm going to use my yarn needle and the red yarn, and I'm going to maybe cut, let's see, maybe 18 inches or so of the yarn here, and I'm going to start stitching here, starting from the bottom. I'm going to start by going through the end, connecting these two sides together, and I'm going to leave a small tail at the end here, and I'm going to stitch again here to secure this stitch here on the side. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go back and forth, side to side, sew the sides together. So like so, here on one side, then go to the next side like this, just going back and forth. Just go up the sides here until I get to the top. And let's see. If you have another way you like to sew your pouch together, you can do that too. This is just how I like to sew the two sides together. Okay, and I need to move this clip out of the way. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to sew up to where the chain 2 is on that corner there. Okay. Let's see, one more. And now we have to connect these two sides here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take yarn needle and put it through these stitches here and connect it to the other side like so, and just pull it through. You pull the two sides together like that, and I'm going to move this clip, and I'm going to start sewing down the next side, going back and forth just like on the other side. And just keep going down. Okay. I love it when I start seeing the final shaping of this pouch, this gift pouch. And I chose these colors because it's close to Valentine's Day. I thought it would be nice colors to use for this project, but you could really use any colors that you like. And if you're going to use this pouch to put a gift in for someone, you could make this pouch with that person's favorite colors. Okay, and now we're down to the last two stitches. I just put it through the two stitches. I'm going to go back again just to secure it. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this yarn, I'm going to push it through to the inside of the pouch. And I'm going to even the ends on the inside just a couple of times. And cut my yarn. And I'm going to thread my yarn needle on the other side, the yarn on the other side, And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Push the yarn through to the inside of the pouch. And weave in the ends there. And cut my yarn. And there you have your pouch, and fold it over, and then we're going to attach a button, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that. So we're going to attach our button here, and we're going to use this collapsible needle because you see we'll use the pink yarn. And the reason we're using a collapsible needle is because the regular yarn needle, the head of the needle will not fit through the holes in the button. So that's why I'm going to use this collapsible needle here. And it could be kind of tricky trying to get the yarn through here, but you can get it through. Okay, so I push it through the eye of that needle here, and I'm going to sew the button on just like you use a regular yarn needle. And I'm going to cut about 12 to 14 inches and leave a little yarn to weave in at the back of your button. And as you can see, the needle was able to go through the hole because this part here, the head part of the needle, collapses when you push it through. Get through that hole. And see. Okay, so we have our button on, and I'm going to weave in the ends on the back side here. So I'm going to cut the yarn off here, and I'm going to use the regular yarn needle to weave in the ends in the back on the inside of the pouch. And I'll meet you when I finish doing that. Okay, so we have our button on, and basically your gift pouch is finished. And there is the option that I made where you could add this tassel to the pouch if you like, and I can make another video to show you how to make that tassel. So this is your Granny Square gift pouch, and I think it came out pretty good. And like I said, you can use this gift pouch to put any kind of gift that you like to give to your loved one or to a friend. You could put a gift card and all sorts of things. And I have this gift pouch here, and let's see what's inside this gift pouch. There's a card, and there's candy. So I hope you have fun making the gift pouch with me. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button and ring that bell. Subscribe. And you definitely want to ring that bell so you can be notified when I upload new videos. I thank you so much for joining me in making this Granny Square gift pouch. What colors will you make yours? Let me know in the comments. In the meantime, enjoy and have a great day.